Afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Girls Who Goes Global. My name is Leanne, and today you're tuned in to video number 4, where we're going to touch on how to make the best out of your team. So, I want to start by saying that it doesn't matter if you have been an entrepreneur for 5 minutes or if you have been an entrepreneur for 5 years. What matters is how well you motivate your team and how well you understand that you need to engage with your team members, whether you are a small business or your business has or your company has different departments. You need to always bear in mind that having that relationship and that empathetic nature towards your employees or your team members ultimately makes your leadership qualities enhance. So I just want to share some steps that may help, I hope it will help those who are viewing and are not too sure how to deal with, you have some team members that may not be on the same page as you in terms of your goals for your business. So I just want to, give some pointers and some advice and some clarity in certain areas. So the first thing I want to talk about is setting clear expectations and goals. As we spoke of yesterday, if you viewed my third video on personal and professional development, and also videos 1 through 3, basically, highlighting that your goals for your business must align with those who are involved in your business, and they must have that clear understanding of what you want to achieve as a business owner and as an entrepreneur. So one of the easiest ways to make an employee feel engaged is to ensure that they understand what their role is. So it makes no sense hire someone to do the kneading of your dough to make your bakes that you're selling. The person has no experience in kneading the dough. They haven't kneaded dough in their lives, in their lifetime, but you saw potential in them and you hired them to do something, and you just expect them to know how to knead the dough without giving them any guidance, without getting them on that track to success. You don't want to set up your team members or your employees for failure, because that's how it's going to feel ultimately when they're there feeling like they have to fend for themselves. So as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, especially one who is not trading by themselves, you have to set clear job expectations, or what I like to call objectives, which can be measured by both you and the employee, so that both of you all get to that point where you have that common understanding of what the goals are that you want to achieve for your business and as an employer. The second thing I want to point out is that it's good to provide a support network for your team members. So a support network doesn't have to be anything elaborate, but just being there for the people who work for you, emotionally, physically when you are able, and just having that mental connection with them can also help in building your brand. Effective communication. Communicate regularly with your employees. Find out what's going on with them. You don't necessarily have to get deep down and personal. Some people are different in terms of, divulging certain information that is happening in their personal life, or their level of confining in people may be different. But you have to have that open area where it's possible. You have to have that relatable relationship, or that relatability with your team members, in order that the communication can manifest itself into being effective. And that's where the growth of your team members and your business as a whole will happen. The next thing I want to speak of, I mentioned that yesterday when I spoke of your professional development, is to, and I also highlighted it in marketing your business, I believe it was, is to recognize your team members' incentives. People like to know that what they're doing counts and it's being seen, I can see you. I see that you're doing a good job. I may not say it every day, but I will recognize you in some way, whether it's every, like we have the employee of the month, whatever way that you want to incentivize your team members. That helps in bridging whatever gap that may or may not that may exist, between you as a leader and your team members, because you want the team to work as one, including yourself as an entrepreneur. The other thing I want to point out is remembering the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? What your goal is for your brand. What is it that you want to accomplish at the end of the day for Girls with Goals Global? What is it that I want to accomplish for my brand and for your brand? You have to remember the biggest, I would say, picture. Setting clear expectations for your employees before they start, during the process, and even at the end if they don't stay with you in business. But you set expectations from the jump. Don't wait when the employee gets frustrated because they don't know how to do something and nobody's is they're not given any guidelines as to how to go about to do something within your business. At that point, you want to rush in and try and sort of like save or do some damage control. It doesn't make sense. You start from the beginning so that the foundation is laid, and then the actual framework of your business can be built from the ground up by how well you deal with and how well you empower and motivate your employees and your team members through setting these objectives from the jump, from the beginning, basically. And you want to lead by example. You want to be that entrepreneur, and an entrepreneur that wants to be an effective leader. You want to be that entrepreneur that provides recognition and keeps recognition in terms of incentives for your employees, for your team members. You want to be that leader that communicates as effective as you possibly can, that leaves that room for negotiating and for communicating and just having that rapport with your team members. You want to be that leader that leads by example, so that your team members can succeed as a person, as individuals, and as a group representing your brand, right? A true leader leads by example. They lead their team members by example. So you want to create that experience for your team members that they can, be uplifted by and be satisfied by and want to help you achieve what you want to achieve for your business. Thank you very much for tuning into this video, and I hope you have enjoyed the 4 videos that I have put together so far. See you tomorrow for video number 5.